Hello, 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 Divine Nurture fam. I hope you're doing well. Listen, I know I was supposed to come in last week, but last week was a lot. Last week I was emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually drained. So I was like, yeah, it was hard for me to come up here and feel alive and put in a video. I know it's a lot for a lot of people, so and some of us sometimes, are good at masking it or forced to keep going because that's what society teaches us, right? To be strong and hang on. But sometimes you just get to a breaking point where you're like, you know what? I need a break. I need to rest. So last week I just isolated myself a bit and just needed a breather. So, but here I am back at a fresh week. So I hope you're doing well, wherever you are tuning in from. And again, I'm gonna keep emphasizing. I know it's a lot going on. I personally last week, like I said, it was too much for me, but that's one of the reason why we create communities like this so we can share whenever we're comfortable. Just have a comfy space to, you know, connect and realize that you're not alone. You're never alone. But vulnerability is super hard for many, um, including me. I used to be terrified to be vulnerable with people, but I realized, as time went by, vulnerability is actually a strength and is very important during your healing process. It's about knowing who to confide in when you're going through challenging times, right? And understanding who to be vulnerable with without feeling that you're judged when you do so. And also finding different outlets that can help you cope when you're going through difficult times, like exercising, eating right, connecting to nature spiritually, right? And having a moment with your God, the universe, or source, however that fits for you. Emotionally, allow yourself to feel when needed and create that safe space for yourself. And if someone is disturbing that peace, making sure you let go and release, creating healthy boundaries, and making sure the relationship that we allow during these times are for a greater good. So, yeah, anyways, I wanted to just come here and talk about how vulnerability is a strength. Like I said, I know society makes it such a bad thing. It's actually not a bad thing. It's not a weakness at all. Some grew up in an environment where you're thought being strong uh, is the norm. It's okay to kind of let your emotions, express your emotions sometimes. As long as you learn who you are and you connect with your intuition and you know that, okay, it's right to be vulnerable with this person or giving yourself that space to do so, then you're okay. Like I always say, these are times where we need to rely on each other instead of separating and dividing. We need to come together and help each other heal. I know healing is an individual, a personal journey, but at the same time, your healing process or the experiences that you went through might be similar to someone else. So if you could just, listen to each other sometime, vent, and see how we can help each other, such as word of encouragement. That's also part of being vulnerable with others. It's not about you physically doing something for them, just listening and hearing them and say, I understand you. I might not know what you're going through, but I hear you. It's going to be okay. I'll continue to say it. Allow yourself to just feel emotionally. I know we have been taught to not be in touch with our emotions. We rather choose physical pain than emotional and mental. And to be honest, being strong mentally, emotionally, and spiritually kind of surpasses physical pain. We can all go through that and it heals, but to kind of strengthen your mental, Actually, I wanted to do a video on mental strength separately. So probably I'll do that at the beginning of next month. But as a human, if you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually strong, there's no other way but for you to be physical. But a person can be physically strong but still lacks mental and emotional and spiritual strength, right? Because those are hard to look into, those are hard to sit with and deal with them. uh, it's not an easy thing, but I always say the first step is recognizing that those are areas you need to work on. And again, connecting with, not be afraid to connect with people that are undergoing the same thing. If you need time to be alone, do so without apologizing. Teach people to, respect your boundaries. Let them know, communicate respectfully that you need that space. It has nothing to do with them. This is your journey alone. So honor that. Listen to your intuition. You know yourself better. At least if you try, you understand yourself better. I just wanted to come in and talk about vulnerability, and because I personally last week was a bit tough for me. So I needed to not just be honest with myself, but also allow myself to sit with those moments, right? Going back to accepting some of these moments that are happening, not just to me, but around my surroundings. And then taking time to recharge, right? And hit the reset button to start fresh. Always easier said than done, but again, it's all a mindset. It's all a mindset, having that strength. With that, happy celebration to the remaining of the countries. I will be posting those under the description box. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay at peace. I'll connect with you back next week. Ciao, ciao.